off with Contract DTG and First Amendment tees. Right now we are doing a typical morning startup on a G4 from Coldesi, which is the new from DTG Digital, the new garment printer that they have. We've been testing this for about 2.5 weeks right now. By the time you see this video, it'll probably be well over a month. So I just wanted to run through just a quick demo of a typical morning startup. So for all of you that are familiar with direct garment printers, the typical morning, one to several head cleans, do your nozzle check, all those things, your typical maintenance that you do in the morning before you get going. So I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of the G4, how easy it is to use, and some of the features that are really nice. So right now, first thing I would do is I would open the machine in the morning. I like to see what's going on. So when you come in the morning, this is a typical screen that you will see. It's a maintenance needed. So this machine is very easy to use. It tells you everything that's wrong. It tells you everything that needs to be done. So in the morning, it'll say shake white ink cartridges 10 times before processing. So basically you just take the cartridge out, you give it a shake, then this screen will clear. So right now we're going to shake our cartridges. There's 6 cartridges in the machine. And take out cartridge 1, take out cartridge 2. So all you got to do is just shake them. They say 10 times. So you don't have to shake it as much as a typical white ink bottle or anything prior to fill, and that's all you need to do. Insert them back in, push them, and that's it. That's all you have to do. We've already shaken our cartridges. It'll ask you to confirm, did you agitate both white ink cartridges? Yes. And there you go. You're back to the main menu here. Now that we have shaken our ink cartridges, we can check our levels. So right now we're very low. As I mentioned, we've been using this printer about 2.5 weeks now. We're still above 50% on our colors. Our waste ink level at over 2.5 weeks is at 4%. So it's very low. I'll show you how to empty out the waste tank, how to reset it. If you want to reset it, this is not a typical direct-to-garment printer. It doesn't use a lot of waste ink, kind of like a Epson-based machine, so it's very simple, very intuitive. Get back to the home screen. Typically, now that I have done all that, I would do a nozzle check. I would not do a head clean first thing when I come in the morning. So right now, I'm going to do a nozzle check. So when you run a nozzle check, you turn your platen on. So there is a fan on here, for those of you that are not aware. So it's very nice. Every time you put something on here, this will trip the fan, and basically it acts as a vacuum. So when I put a shirt on, it holds it down. It actually will hold the shirt in place. So there's no more tucking, so it's very easy to put a shirt on. The reason we put a shirt on when we do a nozzle check is just because of the screen, the grid that's on here. You just don't want the laser to go through there. You get yourself a plastic or anything that you want to put that on. That will actually hold in place too from the vacuum, and the vacuum is adjustable. So there's an initial throw on the vacuum, and then there's an actual print hold. So it's a really nice feature, something that I would say is probably the first in the industry that I haven't seen anywhere, and the operators are really loving it at this point. So do a nozzle check, you push the platen in. You can leave your sensor on auto, and so when it goes in, it goes up. It actually knows, and it calibrates as it goes in where your level is. Now that it's in, it's fully in, we go into maintenance, we go into nozzle check. Okay, and mind you, this machine has been sitting since last Friday at 5 o'clock. So no one has come in and done anything with this machine. No one has, has come in and worked over the weekend. So basically this machine has been sitting for 2.5 days. So it's going to ask you to confirm the nozzle check. You hit OK. It's going to go through its process, and it's going to undock. It will come over. It will print the nozzle check. Okay. So every morning we have come in, we have not had to do any head cleans. So again, these nozzle checks, this machine has been sitting for almost 3 days now, and there is not one broken channel. So this is something that you're going to notice on the machine is your lack of maintenance that will be required. So again, to do a nozzle check from the home screen, you just come in here. You can either send it in here, or you can go into your actual maintenance, send your platen in. So before you do anything maintenance wise, like a nozzle check, or you're gonna print, just like the M2, you do have to send the platen in to its home position. Now that it's home, it'll tell you. You go into nozzle check, and you hit the check mark. So one of the nice features about this new printer is the different platens. So these platens are something very new to the industry. They are an actual vacuum platen. There's fans in here that hold the shirt down. So one of your typical things in the morning, if you want, you have the platen on. So this platen does come off very easily. There's a grid system here and a fan. There's actual fans in here, and there's your adjustments for when you throw the shirt on and to when it's actual printing. So if you want, you can put this back on. It's very easy to use. There are some magnets that hold this in place, so it's pretty simple. So one of the first things you'll do when you come in the morning, whether you're going to print or whether you're going to do a nozzle check or anything like that, so you're going to come in and you're going to turn on your fan. You'll see that the light is on. That'll notify you that, hey, this thing is ready, your platen system is engaged, and the fans are ready to go. So fans don't run unless it's actually tripped. So there's two sensors right here that let you know that something is in place, like a shirt or a bag or a tote or anything that you're going to be. So every time you run over top of that, it will turn on and turn off. Or if you leave something on there, obviously it has an initial suck down and it actually holds the shirt in place. It's a really nice feature. The operators have been using it now for 2.5 weeks. They absolutely love it. So there's no tucking, there's no hooping or anything like that. It's very fast and precise, so the shirt doesn't actually move. So right now I'm going to go into the actual operating screen. So this is if you wanted to do anything, like I said, your nozzle check, your auto head clean, you can set that up, your manual head clean or maintenance. That's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to show you how easy it is and how clean this machine actually stays. Right now we're going to go in and we're going to do a manual clean. It's going to tell us that maintenance is needed. So this is something that came up. And I was hoping that I would be able to show you this. So please clean the maintenance unit. So basically this is a picture of the capping station. The capping station is not your traditional capping station. So basically there's 4 heads, different channels here and different things that you will be cleaning just around these little sections here. And then this is your actual wiper blade. We'll get you a close-up of that and how you do it. All right? So I'm gonna accept. Basically, we have told this thing we are ready to do maintenance. So now the head is going to move out of the way. You can wipe the head if you want. It gives you a countdown timer, and right now every time it's set at 5 minutes. So you have 5 minutes to do your cleaning. So you don't have to put a pad underneath the head or anything like that. And then when you're finished, you would hit the check mark. So typically for cleaning, we just use a Q-tip. I spray a little bit of alcohol on it, okay? And then we will actually come in here and clean the capping station. You'll see how clean it is. So this is your actually cleaning. So these are your 4 caps. There's really not much on them. Again, just like a normal capping station, we just typically go around it real quick with a Q-tip. You get some of the ink off there. And again, I just use a Q-tip. I use Q-tip brand Q-tips just because I like how they are and how soft they are. That way I'm not introducing any chemicals or any stray fibers, and I feel that Q-tip brand Q-tips actually do a better job. So there's really not much in here as far as waste or buildup or anything like that. And like I said, this has been almost about a week now. The maintenance that you notice will be very minimal compared to a standard printer that you are currently working on. So we have used several different brands. Obviously we're very familiar with the M2, the DTG Viper, the HM1, and this machine is very, very easy. This is pretty much it. Now all I need to do is clean the wiper. So the wiper's over here. You're not going to have the buildup that you normally would. There's actually a little roller on the side that helps squeegee off. So, and again, this is actually really not that bad. It doesn't seem, one thing we've noticed is we don't seem to have a lot of waste on this machine. So even the waste tanks, the spit pads on the left and the waste tank on the right, there actually doesn't really seem to be much waste on this. The machine is very efficient, so you're not going to have a ton of cleaning or maintenance. That, I would say, is pretty much good to go. You just wipe anything, any splatters or anything like that. Now you're really clean in there, and you really don't have anything that you need to do. So over here to the left is your spit tank. So there's actually very little waste that goes in the spit tank. So to remove the spit tank, there's one screw right here. You take that screw out, this unit pops right out, and all you got to do is just rinse it. So it's very easy to clean, very easy. We've been using this about, like I said, 2.5 weeks. We only have about 4% of waste in there. I think it's actually less. It's barely enough ink to cover the bottom of that. Maintenance on this is actually very, very easy. So that's your waste tank. And then if you were to do any maintenance, so here is your capping station here. Obviously your head unit is all self-contained with your dampers and lines. So if you wanted to take out a capping station, there's only one screw right here, one screw right here. You take those screws out and this unit slides right out. Below that, down here, is the waste tank. And it's just a little tray that sits there and holds the ink. There's, again, that's something that anyone can do. It's just a Phillips screw to take that out. It literally takes a minute. And all you do is just rinse those units out. They're not replaceable. You don't have to buy a separate part or anything like that. You clean yours, you put yours back in, and you set your waste. So now that we have done our maintenance, we've looked at our spit tank, we've wiped off our capping station and our wiper blade. You know, we inspected the area around the capping station. That's it. You know, we are pretty much ready to go. You can do another nozzle check if you want right now, but we found that everything after you have done that is still the same. So again, this is Mark Polinikoff with Contract DTG and First Amendment Tees, and we just want to show everyone how easy this machine is to operate. That's it. You're ready to go, and happy printing.